morning ritual taken care of. Actually blue sky today, possibility of rain later. You see the sun barely peeking out over the mountain top there. I don't know if you can quite pick it up. Nope. You see guys ate into the darkness and talked before I finally said something. And I don't know why he keeps doing that. It's like the third night in a row. He's like, you know, F the people around you. I don't care that you're in the shelter. I'm going to sit here and cook and talk with my friends. And one of the friends is fish, and he's talking all the big game about doing the slack packing today, 27 miles. Oh, it's a marathon, blah, blah, blah. I just get there. I gave him $20 to go and do it. He was watching his smartphone all through the night. Every time I woke up and I looked over, I could see it glowing, flickering. He looked at stuff. He's really tired this morning, and he's expecting us to do a 20+ mile day with our packs. He doesn't get it. I'm very, very disappointed in that kid. He had every opportunity to have a lot of fun with his friends, and he screwed it away. I'm sure I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. We both tried to push him, Sarge and I, but he didn't do it. So now he's gonna gripe and moan, I'm sure. Going to get more water. This has got to be the longest water walk from like shelter, where it's in the shelter area. It must be at least 0.2 a mile one way, and slightly downhill. And what a royal pain. Anyway, after this, I guess I'll just put the pack on and start walking. I think the plan is basically go as far as we think we can, and if we end up stealth camping, we stealth camp. We'll probably get rained on overnight, but you know, we can only do what we can do. Sarge is what, 62? I'm 60, and Fish is 21, and he keeps boasting about how he can go on. Well, I say to him, go on, we'll meet you, or you can wait for us or something. But I say I'm not too pleased with him right now. I'm sure if I had my own son, he did the same thing, I might be same way, and crummy, pushy father, in his opinion. Disappointed in him, blah, blah, blah. But, no, he's not my kid. He's not my problem, basically, other than part of the family, and he holds us up. He doesn't. What are you going to do when, you know, here in the woods, limited group of people, a large number of them are not of your age category, and so many of them, they walk by and you can smell the weed on their clothing. You know, one guy was saying, it's one thing to do it for fun, but a lot of these people just seem to be incapable of even going one day without having some, and I think that forms a kind of an addiction. Like Fish on Reddit or whatever it was last night, you know, stuck in the real world, digital. He's not out here. I mean, I'm doing my videoing, yeah, but I'm not on YouTube watching videos. I haven't seen a video, I don't think, since I got out here. But I certainly have made a number of them. My video record of my trip. That's all it is to me. I'm not looking to be famous, not looking to make money. Just looking to have something to look back on and enjoy. And share my enjoyment and my pain on the whole trip. Because it's a lot of pain. first morning hiking without Rufus. Normally we'd leave about the same time before Sarge and Fish. Sarge is always waiting for Fish. Like this morning, I think we were both done and ready to go. He could have probably left even before me. But Fish stayed up all night, sleepyhead, yakking with his friends. They ate breakfast this morning. Hopefully they got going before too long. I don't know if it was me, I would have handed that $20 bill I gave him back to me right away without me having to ask. Still haven't got it. Already asked once. We'll see tonight if I ever see him again. If he hands it over without being prompted or not. Well, even when I did walk with Rufus, I mean, by the time we got to the first hill, if he was in front, he'd move over and say something like, "Well, see you later," because he knew I'd be heading up a lot faster than he could. Although it wasn't slow, just maybe I went up faster than he did, that's all. A little faster. It's like yesterday with the Sarge. We were going up, rocking, didn't stop to drink enough. Finally got burned out. The Sarge, he kept on piling away. I couldn't hardly keep up with them. So, one thing to be said for being a lighter, thinner guy is getting to be, well, he's already skinny and he's going to get skinnier. I've still got plenty of room to lose. On the photograph with Rufus, you can see still have a belly. But as I understand it, when you lose your fat, you lose it intramuscularly first, and then in the fat deposits under the skin. So that will come soon enough. It's a beautiful day. Hard to believe it might even rain, but I think the idea was that it would late in the day. We'll see. I'm getting near a parking lot, a gap. I'll have another sip of water, check distance, and then probably have to start climbing again. 20 miles is a long wait. Maybe 10 hours of walking, not including any stops. And well, we'll see if Fish makes it or not. My measure of him is getting a little bit low, I think. It's time for him to step up and walk the talk. I shouldn't be too boastful, though. I'm hoping to do the 20. It's going to be hard. 15 was bad enough when I got burned out. Gotta keep drinking water every half hour at least. Keep looking at my watch, maybe 15 minutes. Just a few gulps. Just gotta keep the water going in. That's my Achilles tendon, I guess. Oop. Something, just got a message about something. Anyway. So, talk to you a little bit later.
got the beer.
Yeah, I got it. Yo, dude. Hey, Andy, your light's on, man. On your phone.
Yeah, I know. I just actually pressed the button.
Oh,
trail magic at the bottom of the hill. Somebody left a couple gallons of water, so I was down to half a liter with electrolytes. So it was good to be able to fill up a bottle. I don't have to sit there and filter it. Thank you, Trail Angel. Good timing. I think I'm at the top of the first of 3 little hills that we have to go on my way, mostly down. Still 11 miles to go, but nothing horrible, hopefully, between here and there. You never know. Sorry for the drippy nose. The trail has a way of throwing a curveball every now and then. Just ruin your day. There was a big gray cloud there for a while. Did check the weather. Chance of showers today and tonight and tomorrow. But I think it looks like, other than that one cloud, it looks like it's going to be okay. Of course, the next time you see me in a video, it'll be after the downfall and the storm and the washout. So never count your eggs until they're in the basket, I guess, or cooked or whatever. Did try to make a phone call from the hill. Tried calling you Terry and tried calling you Patty. Sorry, Mom, I didn't bother making a call to you because I didn't get through at all to them. There was no signal or anything. I mean, it said it was trying to call, but there was never any ringing or anything. So, rural mobility let me down again, even though it said like 3 bars. Phone service on the AT. Well, what else to report? Oh yeah, I waited for Sarge for a while at the top of the hill. I was only there for maybe half an hour, but he was only like 5 minutes behind me at the very beginning of the uphill. And going by yesterday, I figured he'd be right behind me if he didn't catch me. So anyway, I'm sure he'll be along soon enough. At least the scenery is a little nicer than being in a tunnel all the time. Anyway, coming out to another viewpoint, I think. Let's see how that goes, whether I take a picture or not. Well, as for the slack packing, I passed them all. There's the one guy, of course, the blonde hair, who keeps shooting by me, and then he will stop somewhere, whatever, and I'll pass him, and then he'll later shoot by me again. He'll pass me before and with a pack on, and he's a lot better on the hills than I am. Of course, a lot younger too. But there are a couple young guys who had passed me. They were one carrying a blue guitar. Don't know if they're ThruHikers or section hikers. I haven't noticed the tag. I'm looking at them here and I don't see it, but Anyway, past all those through hikers. And, they're not carrying hardly anything. What's the deal there? They're only going 7 miles further than I am. Bunch of slackers, slack packing. Just having the idea that after all this is done, I'm going to go through all the video, take all the walking shots where I'm just going through the forest and concatenate them all together. And people can watch that while they're on the treadmill or bicycle or whatever. All the scenery from Amacola Falls all the way to Katahdin. I think it might be kind of nice. I'm sure I'll have hours of video by then. Anyway, I'll have to try to remember to do that.
So where are you from, Scott?
I live on Vancouver Island, Canada.
Vancouver?
Well, Vancouver Island, which is well, I made it to the shelter. Just drizzling barely when I got there. But it was the type of rain that didn't stick around and it stopped. You know, there was some thunder we could hear a couple times, but nothing really ever came of it, so everyone was dry. So slackpackers walked by and carried on for the last 6 miles, mostly downhill on a good trail. So, you know, 2.5 hours maybe. And we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. But fish hasn't shown up, and it's already 20 after 7. I think Sarge got there about 45 minutes after me, or an hour. And he said he was with them at a part, so I guess fish must have caught up to him. And said he went to get water, and since then he hasn't seen him. Anyway, he made a point of saying that, you know, every time we we're at the shelter and he finally arrives last usually. And I said, oh, you know, you could go on, you know, further. You know, the legs are still great and everything like that. And it's like famous last words, because he's late again, and I really don't think he should be pulling that, oh, we should go on to Irwin type of yak. So anyway, they made reservations at a place to Queen Bettis, whatever. So he said I'm welcome to join him. So yeah, it's a long way back for the water. I mean, I passed it going in and I saw a sign saying water this way. I thought, oh, I'm not even near the shelter yet. That can't be where they get the water from. You do. So that's why I'm making the trek down there finally. I drank pretty much everything I've got and used what I did for cooking. And I don't know, I think I'm still hungry, but I really don't have anything I want to eat. You know, there's either things like mashed potatoes in the envelope, or I do have some Mountain House stuff, but oh, sorry about that. So I got people ahead and I turned it off. Bumped into Curly, and she came all this way just to let us know the fish hurt himself like 10 miles back. She didn't really give any great details. Something in his leg, maybe a calf, something like that. You know, maybe a Charlie horse, I'm betting, from dehydration maybe. Anyway, she didn't know if he was going to continue on or camp and sleep it off. So we don't know how far back he is. And therefore, we don't know how long we'll have to wait in the morning for him to get here. But 10 miles is a long way, 5 hours. I don't think any of us want to wait that long. So maybe we'll wait until like 9:30 and then just leave a note saying this is where we are in Irwin, and let him walk on. Because it's just 6 miles on from here, and on a fairly downward slope, so I'm sure he can hobble it in. Anyway, like I say, be careful how boastful you are. Your karma's a biatch.